welcome back to CBSE Board Economics. I'm Saddam Hussain here. So we carry on with the second chapter in the economic development. The name of the chapter, this is Unit 6, Chapter number 2, Common Goals of the 5-year plans. Before we go to the common goals of the 5-year plans, after we got independence, that is, we'll be studying here Indian economy from 1950 to 1990. We'll be studying three concepts, different economic systems in the world. There are three economic systems. So one is a capitalist economy, one is a socialist economy, and the last one is a mixed economy. So we have already discussed in the earlier video the features, merits and demerits of the capitalist economy. Let's recollect briefly. A capitalist economy is that system in which all the means of production, that's land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship, are privately owned and controlled. The production takes place only for profit motive, and hence we discussed it in that one or two merits, that is, the economy will develop very fast because of profit motive, incentive for hard work. But the biggest drawback of a capitalist economy is it leads to a lot of inequalities of income. Rich becomes richer and the poor becomes poorer, and social welfare is ignored. The second economic system which we will be discussing now is the socialist economy. What exactly is socialist economy? It's exactly opposite of the capitalist economy. In the socialist economy, all the four factors of production, that is means of production, are owned, controlled by the state, that's the government, that is the central planning authority. That means there is no role of private sector under socialist economy. The government at the central planning authority decides what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce. That means all the central problems are solved through planning authority, not by the forces of demand and supply in the market. So what are the main features of this economy? Number one is all the means of production, land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship, are privately owned. Number two, in this economic system, there is no role of price mechanism. There is no role of demand and supply. All the decisions are taken by the central planning authority and the government. And the merits of the socialist economy, the first merit is, since maximum social welfare is guaranteed, there are not much of inequalities of income. Not rich becomes richer and poor becomes poorer. And what is the biggest demerit of this system is, the biggest demerit of this system is there is no incentive for hard work. All are same. No incentive for hard work. There is a slow economic progress. The economy cannot progress very fast like a capitalist economy. So you can look here some of these. What is a socialist economy? What are its main features, merits and demerits? A socialist economy is one in which the means of production are owned, controlled and operated by the government. Under socialist economy, the three central problems of what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce are solved through the forces of, are not solved through the forces of demand and supply, but through the central planning authority, that is the government. So some of the features, means of production are collectively owned by the society as a whole. Production is done for profit motive, not for profit motive but for maximum social welfare. Merits, I wrote it here, maximum social welfare is guaranteed, no inequalities of income. And what are the demerits? The first demerit is, you can see here, and there is no incentive for hard work. And the next one, you have absence of consumer sovereignty. Consumer sovereignty means whatever the goods the government produces, you have to accept it. You don't have any sovereignty, you don't have any powers. We read it the last time once again. What is a socialist economy? What are its main merits and demerits? A socialist economy is one in which the means of production, or means of production means land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship, are owned, controlled and operated by the government, that is the state. Under socialist economy, the three central problems of what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce are solved not through the forces of market, demand and supply, but through central planning authority, that is the government. That means the price mechanism does not play any role here. The government takes the decisions what goods to be produced and what not to be produced. They mostly produce it for the masses. Features: number one, means of production are collectively owned by the society as a whole. That means there is no role of the private sector. Number two, production is done for profit, not for profit, but for maximum social welfare. Merits: number one, maximum social welfare, because goods are produced for masses and not for a few rich people. Number two, no inequalities of income, since the income is equitably distributed. Demerits: one, no incentive for hard work and hence there is low economic progress. Number two, absence of consumer sovereignty. In a socialist economy, consumers' preferences does not guide the